Elizabeth Ide. I am back again for one of my favorite books. It is called Jingle Bells Homework Smells. And this book is written by Diane Groat. Now this might look a little familiar to some of you. Maybe you've never seen it before, but I'm going to read the backside for you that says no time for homework. How many of you don't have time for homework sometimes because you're so busy? When Mrs. Bird, that's the teacher, gives the class homework for the weekend, Gilbert just can't seem to find the time to do it. That's because it's almost Christmas, and Gilbert has other important things to do, like decorating Christmas cookies, ice skating with his friends, and helping his family find the perfect Christmas tree. What will Gilbert do when Monday morning comes around? Let's find out. I wonder if Gilbert will ever do his homework. Mrs. Bird was writing something on the board, but Gilbert didn't notice. It was hard to think about schoolwork when it was almost Christmas. Instead, Gilbert thought about what Santa might bring him. He thought about having a whole week off from school to play. He didn't want to think about spelling or math or... Oh my goodness, Gilbert looks tired. Gilbert, Mrs. Bird called, please pay attention. Gilbert turned and saw that everyone had moved to the story corner. Everyone except Gilbert. He stumbled out of his chair and quickly found a spot between Patty and Frank. He would have to try to pay attention. I wonder what Gilbert wants for Christmas. Must be something pretty good if he's not paying attention at school. When everyone was settled, Mrs. Bird read a story about a snowman that came to life. What story is that called? We've all heard it. Frosty the Snowman. Gilbert wished he could make his own snowman, but it hadn't snowed in a long time. He hoped it would snow by Christmas. He asked Santa to bring him a brand new red racer speed sled. His old sled had broken last year when Lewis crashed into it on Daredevil Hill. When Mrs. Bird finished the story, she said, "The snowman is the main character. For homework, I'd like you all to make a picture of a character from your favorite book. We can talk about the books and the characters on Monday." Lewis groaned about getting homework over the weekend. He didn't like to read, and he didn't like to draw, especially on a weekend. Gilbert liked to read and draw, and all afternoon he tried to think of what book he liked best. So Gilbert actually liked to draw. He just didn't know what to do. Mother was baking cookies when we got home, and Gilbert wanted to help decorate them. "Do you have any homework to do?" she asked. "I can do it later," Gilbert said. But later he watched a holiday special on TV. He wasn't worried because he still had the whole weekend to do his homework. How many of you go home after school is done and you have homework and your parents make sure you get it done right away? That's a good idea because if you don't get it done right away, sometimes you're never going to do it. On Saturday morning, Gilbert looked through his bookshelf for a favorite character to draw. The doorbell rang, and Patty asked if Gilbert wanted to go ice skating. I didn't do my homework yet," Gilbert said. "I'm doing mine tomorrow," Patty told him. Gilbert thought for a second. What do you think he's going to say? Then he said, "I guess I can do mine tomorrow too." And off he went to skate with his friends. Do you think he's going to get his homework done tomorrow, which is Sunday, which is only one more day before Monday? On Sunday, Gilbert and his sister went with Father to pick out a Christmas tree. Lola ran from tree to tree saying, "This one, no this one, no this one's better." They finally agreed on one perfect tree and tied it to the top of the car. Now when they get back home, what do you think they're going to do with that tree that's going to make Gilbert probably not do his homework? After dinner, they hung the decorations and drank hot cocoa. Father read The Night Before Christmas, and Gilbert couldn't wait until Santa came. He couldn't think about anything except flying down Daredevil Hill with his new red racer speed sled. Do you think he's actually going to get that sled for Christmas? In the character of The Night Before Christmas, what could he have drawn that was a famous character that he just talked about? He could have drew a favorite character right then and there. Uh-oh, it looks like bedtime. It was snowing when Gilbert got up on Monday. He hopped up and down with excitement. After school, he could make a snowman. Of course, he would do his homework first. Homework? Why is he freaking out right now? What happened? Gilbert had forgotten to do his homework. He hadn't chosen a book or drawn a character. Gilbert had never forgotten to do his homework before. Mrs. Bird always gave him a happy face sticker for doing good work. He wasn't going to get a happy face sticker today. His stomach began to hurt. Why would his stomach start hurting if he doesn't get a happy face? If he gets a sad face or no happy face at all, why would that be? I don't feel good, he said to Mother when he went downstairs. I can't go to school today. Mother felt Gilbert's forehead. She said. You'll have to stay in bed then, and you won't be able to play in the snow. Gilbert wanted very much to play in the snow. I'll feel better later, he said. I just can't go to school. And why is that? Mother asked. Gilbert said quietly, I didn't do my homework. Oh dear, said Mother. You should have done it when you got home from school on Friday. Gilbert whined, but I had to decorate the cookies on Friday, and I had to go ice skating on Saturday. And yesterday we had to get the tree, and Lola took forever picking one out. I didn't have time to do my homework. Mother said, you still have to go to school, Gilbert. You'll have to tell Mrs. Bird that you didn't get your homework done. She made some warm oatmeal with extra honey, but Gilbert didn't eat it. He was upset because he couldn't stay home. He finally put on his coat and boots and slowly walked to school. Patty met him on the playground. What's wrong, Gilbert? She asked when she saw his face. Gilbert said, you shouldn't ask me to go skating on Saturday. I didn't have time to do my homework. I did mine, Patty said. So what's he doing right now? Is he blaming his friends for him not getting his work done? How do you think that's going to make her feel? She was able to get her work done. Suddenly, a snowball flew past Gilbert's ear. Snowball fight! Louis said as he caught up to them. Quit it, Gilbert snapped. I'm not playing. Gilbert didn't do his homework, Patty explained. We had homework? Louis asked. Louis always forgot to do his homework. And now Gilbert was just as bad as Louis. We were supposed to draw a character like the snowman in Mrs. Bird's book, Patty said. I made a picture of Curious George. See? She held up the picture, then ran inside to show Mrs. Bird. I'd rather make a real snowman, Louis said. It's more fun than drawing one. He scooped up a handful of snow and packed it into a big ball, singing, Jingle bells, homework smells, teacher is a meanie. Gilbert didn't want to go inside either, and he began rolling his own snowball. That gave him an idea, but he would need Louis's help to make it work. What do you think that Gilbert's going to do now that he's rolling some of the snow and he needs Louis's help, who never does his homework? How's he going to help him? Gilbert and Louis ran into the classroom on the last bell. They had just sat down when Mrs. Bird asked everyone to talk about the characters they had made. Gilbert sank into his seat, hoping that Mrs. Bird wouldn't call on him. He wasn't sure if his idea would work after all. Frankie raised his hand and showed his drawing of the cat in the hat. Patty showed everyone her Curious George. Everyone had drawn a character except Gilbert and Louis. Do you think they will be in trouble? What do you think Mrs. Bird, their teacher, will say to them because they didn't do their homework? What has your teacher said to you before if you were unable to do your homework or you came to school without it? Oh my, Mrs. Gilbert said. I'm surprised at you, Gilbert. She didn't say, I'm surprised at you, Louis. Wait, Louis said. We did make a character, see? He pointed to the window and everyone turned to look. A snowman was looking back at them. A snowman with a red hat and mittens. Gilbert and I made the character from the book you read to us, but we made a real one instead of drawing. He sounded proud that he had actually done his homework for once, even if it was Gilbert's idea. Do you think Mrs. Bird wanted them to make a snowman that she talked about, or read their own book and come up with their favorite character from that book? Mrs. Bird looked at Gilbert slouching in his seat. She said, since it took two of you to do the assignment, I will give you each half a happy face for today. Gilbert had never gotten half a happy face before, and he was disappointed. Louis had never gotten half a happy face before, and he was happy. Then Mrs. Bird added, you can get the other half if you do the assignment over for tomorrow. When Gilbert got home, he didn't go skating or playing in the snow or watch TV. Instead, he drew his favorite character. Did he learn? Did he learn that he needed to take the time to do his homework? And the next day, there was a happy face on Gilbert's homework and a smile on Gilbert, too. And look, what did he do? Did he do the character that you thought he would for the night before Christmas? I thought he was definitely going to draw Santa because he was hoping to get that red racer sled. Do you think Gilbert actually got it? Absolutely. I wonder, after reading this book, do you think that Louis did his homework to get his extra half of his smiley face since he had never gotten half of a smiley face before? I wonder if he did or if he just counted on Gilbert doing the snowman with him. I wonder. I hope this made you think a little bit differently about your homework too.